Hey folks, it's Halloween. So I think this is my second video for today. Either way, there's going to be an update of strategy number 72, as well as just a quick little video about how to use the radar screen. Somebody requested some information about that earlier. Now, I was working on my scripts earlier today, and there's a few things I need to work out with it with the trailing portion of it. Um, the trailing works fine when the strategy is on. The problem, or a problem, is if the if the platform crashes, which it can do. I won't say how often it happens, but it can do. If the platform crashes and then you have to turn the program off and then back on, the question is, out of these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 orders that are already on the chart, which one belongs to the strategy that does a trail? Which one belongs to the strategy that will hold its stop loss and doesn't move? So that's what we need to figure out, so that we can make sure that if the chart turns off and then turns back on, that if we had an order ID that was set for trailing, that it will resume trailing. So we'll need to keep that in mind as something to work on. But like I say, I started working on it here at the end of the day and didn't get it quite right. You can tell by the number of orders that I had show up there toward the end of the day here at 3:08, as I was turning the strategy back on, and I was using one of my uh, one of the test commands. It put in a bunch of orders, so I've got to figure that out. But um, nothing impossible, right? Nothing impossible. Okay, so that's the beginning of the day. This is the end of the day. 10:31, 10:31, 3:08. Yeah. 10:31. Okay. All right, so this here, the market is closed right now, so there's no data coming through. This one here, I don't know why this is not verified. It should be verified. Let me open it and verify it. Oh, I it's fine. I just put myself a note in here so that it would be unverified, so that I would know that before I run it again, I need to work on this risk for trailing. So that's my way of keeping myself honest. All right, so strategy number 72 is what I worked on tonight. This is strategy number 72 here. You see at the bottom, strong non-bounce and break. So essentially we're looking for, this is INTC. I think it's Intel Corporation, right? So it's one of the small mid cap stocks under semiconductors. Of course, I'm working on having indicators that trade algos for penny stocks. Now I'm looking for, small to mid cap stocks, and then I'll look at some other ones as well, and then we'll move back to futures. So I want to have 3 or 4 algos for each asset class, and then I'll move on to something else. But again, we're on strategy number 72. I'm really feeling this. I'm really liking making these strategies daily because I'm kind of carving out my ability to make strategies a little bit better. All right, so this is the equity curve for strategy number 72. Boom, looks great. This is over 120 days. This is on the 5-minute time frame. The performance summary is 5.02 profit factor, and percent profitability is 59.26. Yeah, so like I said, things are definitely moving forward in terms of how I'm able to gain profitability with this. And these values are only going to get better because this is supposed to be a break of a high. So this actual entry would have been down here. It wouldn't have been up here. So you do lose some precision when you're working with the back testing with TradeStation, which, like I said, you can improve that intrabar precision by going here and going looking sidebar, back testing, that kind of thing. Let's see, 15. Yeah, you could do something like that. But what I want to show you real quick is on the radar screen. The question was about whether or not you can. All right, the question was about whether or not you can have multiple time frames on one radar screen. And so this is the way you do it. It's pretty simple, actually. So, and they wanted to be live data during pre-market session, which during the, as long as your platform is running and you're getting data, you're subscribed to data, then you'll be having data come in. So whether or not you're pre-market or regular hours, you'll be having that data come in. So if you have something like Microsoft here, I'm going to copy that. Up. Paste. All right, now to change this interval, you click on this, right click it, go to time frame, and then you go to daily. And you see it changes the interval here. Right click this one, time frame, 15 minute. Right click this one, time frame, we'll leave it at 5 minutes. Right click this one, time frame, 1 minute. And then these values would essentially change if we just did volume here. I should be able to get away with this. This should give us the volume for the last bar. Okay, so let's move this over. See if I can help explain it. Let's open this up and then get a full, there we go. Okay, so I'm gonna drag this over. All right, you see how this volume today, this daily volume, 34 million, is this total volume here, 34 million. Why is this the same? Because this is the daily row. So the daily row is giving us this daily volume. This total volume is of the whole daily bar. This volume today is of the whole day bar. This volume here for the day, for the total day, will always be the total day, even if you're on the 15, 5, 1 minute time frames. So this is always going to be the same here. But on the row, you're going to be looking at this indicator. This indicator is going to say, what is the total volume? The total volume of what? Of the bar. This bar is a daily bar. This bar down here is a 15-minute bar. So it's less. It's 1,800,000. Okay. This bar here is a 5-minute bar. So it's, this one is even less. It's 886. But then in the last minute, it jumps up to 523. And that makes sense because in the last 5 minutes, volume may be starting to increase, but volume really does its biggest bang in that last 30 seconds, last minute. That's why this last minute bar has the most volume. The last 5 minutes doesn't have as much, respectively. So we could change this to, I'm curious if we change this to 15 second. 15 second didn't have as much volume compared to like the 1 minute. All right, we change this to, let's do 30 seconds. Okay. All right, similar kind of result, but that is the basic concept of being able to change your using RadarScreen to changing the intervals. Like I said, this will be live data as it goes, and then if you want to filter for any of these things, like filter for volume, you just go up here, and then whatever indicator you have on this radar screen is what you can use in your filters. If you don't have the indicator in your radar screen, you can't use it for your filter. So you see right here, volume today, it's here. So now I can filter by volume today. I want it to be greater than equal to 34 million. Okay, all those are fine. But now if we put something on here like GameStop. GameStop only had 4. Why did we do that? GameStop only had 4 million today. Excuse me. Yeah, 4 million today, but on the last 5 minutes, it had 2,000. Okay. So now if we use this filter here, if we turn that back on, it gets rid of GameStop because GameStop does not have more than 34 million shares traded for the day. Okay. And this right here, this filter bar, you can use that. This filter button, you can use that to turn on or off the filter. Turn it on or off without removing it completely, right? Because if you want to remove it completely, then it'll just be gone. But here you can just kind of toggle it really quickly. And again, if we get rid of this, right click on this, and we remove the volume today, now when we go here for filters, we're actually not getting anything. Okay, so we're getting just these, but we're not getting the volume today. Right? So again, if you want to filter it, it's got to be there. Now, so you can also include your own custom studies. So I don't know. I don't have any custom studies that I really would put in here, but if we open up some random study that does have a plot for RadarScreen, I don't know, Strong Lows. Yeah, Strong Lows has something. We hit OK. And this is a script. This is opening a new indicator for every single instance, every single row, right? Okay, so strong lows shows up here. So now we have plots for strong lows of lowest low, plot 52, and entry. And if we have something that is substantial or representative or holds value, then we can go here and then we can pick whatever column, whether it be lowest low, and we can say, all right, well, if lowest low is less than or equal to X, then we want to use that, right? Okay, so that's pretty much how you work RadarScreen with multiple different time frames, and again, it will work live as the chart is going. And then this is how you use the filter button here, so you can only see the things that are applicable to your query. All right, guys, I hope you got a little something out of this video tonight. Keep it short and sweet, under 15 minutes. And oh, yep, shameless plug. Let's show you the overall performance here. Well, I mean, I know that's quick, but so I didn't put in the first 24 or so strategies on the website. I wasn't sure how I was going to add these to the website, and I like doing this now, so I just really kind of need to go back and catch it up. All right, so this is the one, strategy 72. I went ahead and put it up on the website. So when you come to the website, you click on this, and then this is the name of the strategy. This is how it's characterized on here. It's on the 5-minute time frame, back test over 120 days. It's on INTC. And maybe I'll start adding the sector right here. 59% win rate with a 5.02 profit factor. And then this is just some notes on it, right? So these are some of the inputs that I have. Okay, and then this is just some notes on how I made it. Okay, so break over prior low, that was a touch of non-EMA or the non-SMA, and went on to break its prior high, all while having a strength of 15 moving average greater than 25 moving average. So it's really kind of a momentum strategy. But again, that might get you in the right direction, but that's not going to get you here. So if you're interested in finding out how to get here, the things that I'm doing, what I'm looking at, by all means, like, subscribe, come back to the channel or visit the website, and you can get a better idea of what it is that I'm doing and how I'm moving forward with my trading journey. All right, folks. I am not your advisor. I'm not a financial advisor. I do this for kicks and giggles. Okay? All right. I'm Eric. I'm out. Peace.